Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to do a 3 and 4 fletch vane configuration test. I'd like to give a thanks to TAC Vanes for sending me some vanes to test out. They sent me these Driver 2.75 inch vanes, and they also sent me some Summit vanes, but I'm almost positive on my next arrow build I'm going to go with the Driver, a little bit longer vane, shorter in height, and I don't know, I just wanted to try something different. So today we're going to do 6 rounds of shooting. We're going to do 20, 40, and 60 yards, and we're going to do 30, 50, and 80 yards. And we're going to measure from the center of the circle where I'm aiming to each arrow and take the total, and we're also going to do group size. And then we're going to average them all out and see which one wins. Let me know in the comments which ones you think is going to win, and also hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of the action. So here is my 3 vane and 4 vane arrows. I got the same colors, same everything. One's a 3, one's a 4. They're also slightly left offsetted and they are both a left helical. So I'm going to shoot in no particular order. I'm just going to pull them out of my pocket, and whatever one goes on is going to be shot. So we're at 20 yards here to start. We'll get her going. All right, let's go check out the first group. So as you can see, we got them all in the orange here, and we're gonna go ahead and measure. So we're gonna take the middle of the black diamond down here, and we're gonna measure to each arrow and then add those together. So from the 2 3 fletches, which are right here, we've got about a 1/2 inch to the middle on that one, and about a 1/2 inch to the middle on the other one. And then as far as the group concerned, we've got, I don't know, we got 2 arrows touching, so we're gonna call that 0, and we're gonna give it an inch total for distance from center. Now for the 4 fletch, we got just over, it looks like 3/4, just less than 3/4 of an inch from the center on that one, and then an inch on this one. So we're gonna go with an inch and 3/4, and then the group size we have, group size we have an 1.5 inches. So that is our first round, 20 yards. Let's head back to 40. All right, guys, first round's over. We're on round 2, and we're out to 40 yards. Let's send a few more. A little bit low there. My fault. A little better shot there. Felt like that one was pretty good release. So it's important to recognize which ones that you may not have held very well on. But for me, I want a vane that's going to correct when I don't hold as well. So even though I have one that's a little low, I'm not going to totally eliminate it because I want that to see that correction. One's also a little bit low, so let's head up and check it out. Beautiful day in Ohio. March 25th, 60 degrees, no wind. Couldn't ask for a better day here. So this one's a little bit interesting because I actually held 2 of them really well, and 2 of them I kind of dropped the bow, and it is actually the same shot on both arrows. So this is going to give me a good idea of what happens when I may not hold as well. So this distance to center total with the 3 fletch is going to be, we'll call that the middle, 1.25 inches plus 3.5 call that 3.5. So 4 3/4. So I'll drop that down. 4 3/4 inch. And our total group size with the 3 fletch. Remember, we go inside to the arrow to the inside of the arrow is 2.5 inches. 2.5. Now moving on to the 4 fletch, we're gonna have a total distance from center as 3/4 of an inch, and then we're gonna add that to 3.5. So we're gonna get 4 1/4. And then the group size was quite a bit worse, I feel like. Believe it or not. We're looking at about 4 inches. So yeah, significantly worse group size on the 4 fletch. All right, let's take a head back to 60 yards now. All right guys, finished up the second group. Now we're back at 60 yards. I shot 2 4s and 2 3s in that order on that one, so I'm gonna go 2 3s and 2 4s on this one. Another 3, that one felt pretty good. My sight is a little bit off because I adjusted my bar, my dovetail back towards the bow, so I am a little bit off. I have not re-sighted in because I'm gonna build some new arrows. Arrow kicked in the air a little bit. One more at 60. All right, let's go check it out. All right, guys. 3 fletch was high for some reason. So I got distance to center on the first 4 fletched arrow at 1/2 inch. Second one we got it at 1.5 inches. So we got 2 inches total distance from center on the 4 fletch, which is actually really good. 60 yards, and we'll take that. And the total group size is going to be about 1 inch or 2 inches, 2.125 inches. So very impressive with the 4 fletch. Now the 3, let's get these out of here. 3 fletch distance to center, 4.5 plus 4.5. So 9 inches total distance from center on the 3 fletch. The total group size is 3 3/4 of an inch. All right, we're moving back up to 30 yards. All right guys, we're halfway done with the test. We've gotten some pretty interesting results. Now we're back 30 yards. We're gonna continue our shooting. So let's fling 4 more downrange. Adjust my sight, don't forget to do that, or you'll send it way over the target. Just underneath the circle. That's my 3. Let's go check it out. I think we got a pretty good one there. And let's do some recording. We'll start with the 3 fletch here. Total distance to center, about 1.75 inches. And here we got about a 2.25. So we got about 4.25, or what? No, that's 4 inches. Excuse my horrid math. 4 inches. And total group size is 4 inches as well. Now for the 4 fletch, total distance to center, we're gonna have, where's that line? 1 inch plus, pop this square through. An inch plus 2 3/4, so we're gonna have 3.25 total distance to center. And then the total group size of the 4 fletch was really good. 1.5 inches. Now we're gonna head back to 50 yards and shoot our 5th round. All right guys, we're back at 60 yards. Final 2 spots here. I'm sorry, 50 yards. So let's see how they do. All right, let's go check out the group size on this one. We got an interesting spread of arrows here. My arm is getting a little fatigued, so that could have something to do with it. Our total distance to center for the 3 fletch, 3 inches plus 2 3/4 inches, we'll call it. So we're gonna have 5 3/4 inch. For the 3 fletch, and the 3 fletch group size, big, not too bad actually. We've got, we'll call that 4 3/4. Now for the 4, total distance to center, we are gonna have 2 3/4 plus 3.5. So 6 1/4, I believe that is. And then the total group size, 5 inches. All right, last round. All right guys, last yardage. We are back at 80 yards. Let's sling them. Hopefully I can hit something. That one was not held very well, but I still hit. First one felt pretty good actually. As far as drag goes, and with the 4 fletch, I haven't really noticed anything from longer ranges as I've shot these a few days now. But yeah, I haven't noticed much of a difference really. All right, let's go check them out. That last one missed. Did not hear the target. All right, guys. I've got 3 in here. Must have missed on one, so we're gonna grab that arrow and shoot that one again. All right, guys, we're back at 80, and for the sake of time, I did not look for the arrow that missed. I just stuck a pin in the hole. So here we go. We hit her that time. All right, guys, we're back here with our last group. As you can see, I stuck my pin in where that last arrow was because I had to steal the 3 fletch. So we'll do total distance to center first on the 3 fletch. So we've got 5 inches, and then the other 3 fletch, which is 5.5. So we got 10.5 inches total distance to center. And the group size for the 3 fletch is going to be 4.5 inches. So that is very good for me. I'm by no means a really great shot, but if I can get an 2-inch group at 20 yards, 3-inch group at 30 yards, 4 at 40, 5 at 50, and so on, I'm pretty happy. Pull that out. Total distance to center for the 4 fletch is going to come in at about 4.5 plus 5 1/4 is going to leave me 9 3/4. And then the total group size was exquisite. 3 1/4 inches. Very good from 80 yards. So I'm pretty happy with that. I actually held for 76 instead of 80 because I had moved my sight back, and yesterday I was shooting high on 80, but I guess I should have left it there today. So we're gonna go in, total everything up, and see how they did. All right, guys, so I came inside here and I took all the data that we had recorded and came up with total distance to center and total group size overall for each the 3 fletch and the 4 fletch. I then went ahead and averaged them out so you could get a very nice visual of which one did the best. So I'll pull up a graphic on the next screen so you can see a nice graphic of how things went. So after our calculations, we found some pretty interesting information. My total distance to center was 35 inches with the 3 fletch, and my total group size was 19.5 inches. When you average those out, I had a total of 5.83 inches from the center, and then I had a 3.25 inch group size on the 3 fletch. Now what's interesting is the 4 fletch actually beat it by quite a bit. I was very surprised because I thought they were gonna do pretty much the same thing, but the 4 fletch was actually a total of 27.75 total distance from center, which averaged to 4.625 inches on average, which is really unbelievable. It is doing almost 1.5 inches better on the total distance to center, which is really blew me away. Now the average group size total was pretty close. It was 17.625 inches, and like I said, the 3 fletch was 19.5 inches. But when you average them out, it is doing over a full 1/4 inch better on group size, and that is huge, especially the farther you get out. So my average group size was 2.9375 inches with the 4 fletch, and that for me, on including 40, 60, 50, 80, I'm not the greatest of shooters, but 2.9375 inches is something to be happy with. So the 4 fletch ended up winning by quite a bit, actually. Now I'm getting ready to build some arrows by Black Eagle, the X Impacts, and I'm actually going to run through this again with the X Impacts, but I'm going to do a full arrow build video, so you're going to get to see everything that goes into building those arrows. But I'm almost positive I'm going to go with the 4 fletch after seeing this, assuming they perform about the same with my 300 spine Black Eagles. But again, I'd like to say thanks to TAC Vanes for sending me these vanes. to test, and I wanted to get away from the blazer looking vanes, so we went with the drivers, and they're performing beautifully. We actually put some of the Summit vanes on my girlfriend's arrows, and she's loving them. They're doing very well. And I would like to say that if you're going to get TAC vanes, make sure you get their glue and primer pen. If you don't get their glue and primer pen, you might have some issues with them sticking on the arrow shafts. I've used this only, and I can't pull them off. They are very, very tough vanes. So thanks for watching this video, and stay tuned because we're going to have a full arrow build video and bow build video coming at you. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe as it really helps us out. Be sure to check out all of our social media pages.